Hello and welcome CommunityFT fellows to this daily market report brought to you on behalf of CommunityFT, in which we shall take a look at some potential market movements to come over the next 24 hours. But before we do so, let us all take a quick risk warning. So if we could familiarise ourselves with the information in front, engage as much as is possible, simply so that hereafter any decisions you make in your trading are of a fully informed nature. So on the cards for us today, let's take a look at the US dollar. Let's also take a look then at eBay, the stock, and analyse the recent crash, of course, in the same. So in front of us, everybody, we're looking at the daily chart of Euro US dollar. Whoops, let me go back. This is the daily chart of Euro US dollar. Now, one thing we all notice in this particular chart is the 100-day exponential moving average here in the blue, and the stochastic oscillator, these indicators just here. Okay. What's key is the relative accuracy of the 100-day EMA signaling breakouts in this particular market. And there's been a couple of false scenarios as well. That's not to be smoked at, of course. But the idea is maybe perhaps this particular indicator has a very positive or very strong risk-reward ratio when used as an overall methodology. Furthermore, then, when we look at the stochastic oscillator, we notice that regardless of looking, or let's say independent of looking for large trends, which is what one might use the 100-day EMA for, we can use the stochastic oscillator for scalping opportunities. And we do that as follows. We say the stochastic oscillator, okay, when it signals an overbought, which would be when it converges outside the lower band, or when it converges outside the upper band, signals long and short opportunities respectively. And that, of course, would be evident of the recent fall in price we've seen just here, so just over 150 pips. Similarly with this movement here. So that could be a way to scalp, if you will, the ranging conditions in that particular instance. Now let's take a look at eBay, okay? So this is the daily chart of eBay, and what we all notice here is the following. I'm just gonna remove those lines, okay? And I just want everyone to be clear on this. Can everybody see what's happened? Let's zoom in and let's get a clearer picture. Can we see the massive drop? We see that massive drop, and now almost the price just hovering around the $28 mark. Let's see what indicators would have helped us to catch that. Let's see if there was anything. Let's look at maybe a 55-day exponential moving average and see if that would have helped us catch. Well, had we have taken a position here and remained in the same, we would have caught this large movement. But what we also would have done if we had entered a long position at this particular point in time, and let's see if any of the similar oscillators that we were just looking at signal that. Let's have a look at the stochastic. What did the stochastic signal? No necessarily overbought or oversold positions. Maybe an overbought position here with a scope to sell, which would have caught this huge movement here. And what effectively this happens as a result of is when there's a massive economic data announcement or data announcement for a company in this case, so it's usually an earnings report, typically the price falls or moves very rapidly depending on how differing the actual figures of that report are with expectations, and that's what's evident here. So for traders, this can be rocky territory if not managed and treated correctly with regard to risk management, and furthermore if not looked at and analysed correctly for entries. So we hope this has been of help. If you have any further questions, do not hesitate to get in touch. We look forward to hearing from you. Welcome all inquiries. We'll catch you tomorrow, and as you say here, keep learning.